guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous. If a fan flipping was an Olympic sport, but it's not. But if it were, beast! Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to do little new intros because everybody's like, I'm so tired of that. Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Oh my God, I'm so famous now. I'm basically Jenna Marbles. Basically Trisha Paytas. I'm basically sitting on Shane Dawson's lap. No. I love Shane Dawson. He is so cute, isn't he? Anyway, his boyfriend's cute too. Anyway, but I have a cute husband, so that's all that matters. All right, let's get right into this video. This is kind of like started off as a shits and giggles video, but let me tell you, it's gonna turn and get very serious very quickly. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about addiction today, okay? And if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. I have a channel called Peterisms, it's listed below, and it is all story times from my life, and I have told so many stories on there from the day before I got sober. If I make it to Sunday, and I don't have another drink or another drug, I will have been sober for 23 years of my life, and it's just very surreal sometimes because it just sometimes feels very much like it was yesterday, you know, when I was engaging in all of these problematic behaviors and I was out of control and crazy too. And I think a lot of people misunderstand why I make these videos talking about Tana Mongeau. And the thing is that when I was using out there, I had a lot of role models that I looked up to, including my mother, that were very cool in their drug and alcohol use, so to speak, that I wanted to emulate or be like. And, you know, I don't know that maybe I wasn't even that for somebody else because I was too cool for school. But no, you know, I don't know that I'm not to blame for somebody else's starting their use or getting excited about using or wanting to emulate me. And I would hope not, but I would hope more than that, that people would want to emulate my behavior and making good choices today and choosing not to use drugs and alcohol and living a right life, as I choose to call it. I never see these videos as Tana bashing, you know, like, the thing is that somebody asked me a while ago, they're like, if you could talk to any YouTuber that you've ever talked about and like really sit down and have a conversation with, like who would it be? And for me, it would be Tana Mongeau, because I would love to sit down with her and be like, sweetie, let me tell you something, okay? Like, I know a lot of young people, I've been where you've been. What bothers me about it is that she's so flagrant in showing her drug and alcohol use, and I'm gonna give some receipts, because I mean, baby, Whitney! Whatever you want, anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. 'Cause I'm every woman. Beast. Anyway, so, Whitney, I have receipts. We're gonna get to that in a second. But I would say, you know what, sweetie, I've been there. I've worked with young people all my life. There is a sadness behind your story times, okay? There is a truth that you are unwilling to expose. It is very easy for Tana to get on video and tell all these outrageous story times. She just did another one about, it's basically paranormal experiences that she's being possessed or something like that. I couldn't even, it was just too much for me, honestly. And I got so many DMs about it. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, ding, ding, dong, ding. I don't even have my drama phone today because I can't be bothered to even talk about it because it's too much, right? And this is what Tana doesn't realize. If Tana got on video and owned her shit, like truly owned her shit, she wants to act like she's the realest bitch out there. No, she ain't, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if she got out there and she talked about the reason that she uses and the reason that she drinks and the reason that she parties and the reason that she doesn't care and all this kind of stuff, then maybe people would start responding to her and seeing that they're learning from her what she's telling. But instead she gets on there and she tells these outrageous stories and oh my God, and oh my God, and oh my God, and blah, 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 whatever. And I'm just like, tell your truth, girl. Like, in life, we only have our truth. We only have our story, okay? Nobody cares about these bullshit stories you tell. And at some point in her life, her truth is gonna matter to her, and that's all she's gonna wanna tell. So we're gonna sit around and we're gonna watch, and then one day she'll be like, okay, I need to own my truth. Trust me, this will happen, okay? And she'll come out and talk about all this shit that's happened to her in her life when she was growing up and why she feel like, I mean, 3 million subscribers and the girl still has issues because she needs to use on this level. That's really sad to me. It breaks my heart for her, you know, honestly, it does. And if I sat with her, I'd be like, you know, sweetie, what is going on with you that has you so down that you feel like you need to do this to yourself? Like, you're muting your existence. Like, there becomes a point when this isn't fun anymore. Don't you realize that? Like, hey, I can sit and like look past like getting high a couple times a week, getting your good drunk on. I get that, right? But when you're using on a level that you're carrying around prescribed medication that's illegal and it's opiates in there, like that's very, very scary to me, okay? You know, the United States is now referred to as the United States of Addiction. It came from a documentary, a movie that was made about Ohio, but the United States is referred to as the United States of Addiction. And it's based on this whole idea of this opioid epidemic that we have in our country, okay? Opiates are killing people literally multiple times a day, okay? From overdoses, and it's so scary to me. And you know, I've said this so many times in my videos, so many times, okay, that just, you know, like of being in sobriety and working in the field, I can't tell you, literally at this point, it's not even a week, 2 or 3 days does not go by where somebody that I'm separated by one person or somebody that I know directly dies from an overdose. And I can tell you that nobody thinks it was going to be them, and they all started drinking and smoking pot. It all starts somewhere, okay? It's not like somebody goes right in and starts shooting dope right away. That just doesn't happen. And, you know, the other thing is, if you guys want to go check out the statistics, these are true. You know, in the past, it was that everybody knew an addict or an alcoholic, okay? Now it's that everybody knows somebody that's died from addiction. And if you don't believe me, think about this for a second, okay? You have known a classmate, a student, a coworker's kids, a coworker's cousin. You've heard about it in your town. Somebody that you know, either directly or indirectly, has died from addiction. And that's a really scary thing. Now, to imagine that the person that I'm talking about, Tana Mongeau, is a role model for 3 million people, most of which are under the age of 18, and she is role modeling this behavior, flagrantly talking about drugs and alcohol and all of this kind of crazy shit. When I'm watching this video and she's talking about all these bruises that she has over her, and I'm immediately going, yeah, I had a lot of bruises on me too that I didn't know where they came from when I was partying like crazy, and so did all of my good Judies. Like, we all woke up with bruises and didn't know where they were because we were living in a blackout. Like, you can't show part of the truth and not expect people to take the truth and go with it, right? Like, you either show all the truth or none of it. Like, and at this point, it's like nobody knows what to believe with Tana anymore. So anyway, I got this message I got this comment in my video from Mackenzie. This was from Tana Mongeau's Cringy Cribs Tour. From Mackenzie, and she said, binge watching your Tana Mongeau's Problematic series, which I didn't even realize I had as a name for that series. Yes, it's now a weekly series. And I'm so sad these videos aren't viral yet. Peter, please don't stop doing your gig. Today's youth needs you. Girls like Tana make me fear raising my daughter in this world. I just hope I can remain aware of this trendy behavior and can parent her well enough to know better. Keep doing you, Peter. Thank you. And I'm not reading that for like the pat on the back or the accolades. I'm reading that, okay, because other people see that it's a problem. And the reality is that Tana can't send a different message at this point because this is her message. And the scary thing to me is that, and I talked about her manager the other day, is that the people around her, including her closest friends, okay, including Elijah and Chris and, you know, all these people around her, Christine Sidelko, they are seeing this and either engaging in the same behaviors or they're totally okay with it and think it's funny because we're all just partying, right? Well, I know a lot of young people that just party, and then it's like we're all going to their funeral, and everybody's like, we never thought this was going to happen. Really? You were snorting pills. You've heard the stories. I don't wish it upon anybody. Trust me, okay? It breaks my heart. It really, really does. And I'm in the business to save lives, okay? Not encourage people to keep on using drugs. So let's talk about that for a second. Somebody sent me this comment that was on Tana's video. And the comment was, love you, Tana. Hope you reply. I smoked weed for the first time today, and it was awesome. And the comment that the person sent me said, she responded with this and said, you're right about the young Tana fans. They think she's going to be impressed if they do drugs, even though she could care less. I hope one day she watches your videos and takes your advice. And I really hope that she does too, because, you know, at this point, it's just like, Tana, sweetie, listen, okay? You're not helping anybody out with what you're doing. Like, you're hurting people at this point. Do you not realize that? Your voice is so loud. You have, you know, such a powerful voice for what you could do with it. Like, you say in one video, I want to be the role model to the youth, okay? And then in your video to Coachella, this killed me. I did a whole video about this the other day, but I didn't mention this part. She says something about that, smoking weed or cussing or something like that. And then she says in there, I know most of my audience is 13, so I probably shouldn't say that. Girl, you right there admitted that you know how old your audience is. You said it in a video. So for everybody coming to this video and saying, Tana's audience is 25, tell me what 25-year-old or 30-year-old is watching this shit show and looking up to it. I would like you to leave a comment below, honest to God, if you're between the ages of 25 and 35 and you're a grown adult, a grown-ass adult, I want you to leave a comment below proudly and say, I am a huge Tana fan and I watch her and I look up to her because I respect who she is as a person. Because if you don't, if you watch it for the shit show, okay, if you watch it for the train wreck that is happening before your face, then you're part of that, right? And I'm not telling you not to watch Tana's videos. I'm saying to you to reach out to her and say that you're concerned. Leave it in the comment section. Maybe she'll start listening to it if she listens to comments. I gotta tell something else too. I got this comment on my Gigi Gorgeous video yesterday, and it's from Holy Fuck. But it's HOLEEFUK. So don't demonetize this video, YouTube. Coming from someone who doesn't even care enough about his own subscribers to like their comments or acknowledge them because he's too busy trying to sing and flip a fan and carry on. Okay, Gigi Monn. Whatever you want, anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Yeah, that one goes up to you, holy fuck. So anyway, no, I don't respond to any of my comments, rarely, but I do respond to all my social media, and people know that. So I try to. I've been a little overwhelmed lately. That's why I don't respond to the comments, but I really try to listen to what the people watch my videos say. And I try to, you know, one of the things they say is, thank you so much for inspiring us. Thank you so much for motivating us. Thank you so much for this. I could get on here, okay? And I could do, like, you know, hilarious, blah, blah, blah videos. Be like, ah! And this one time, when I was, like, dancing on a bar, and people would come and watch it, and they would want to see the shit show that was my life 23 years ago. But I don't choose to do that today. Today, I choose to show that I am a 45-year-old man that a lot of people laugh at and think is hilarious and ridiculous and foolish, but a lot of people kind of like, too. And there's always some learning experience at the end of my videos. I try to instill that in all of it, okay? The flipping of the fan, the drama phone, and all of that kind of stuff is because we all need a good laugh, and these issues in life are very, very serious. If we sat here and we thought about all of the people that are dying out there because of overdoses and suicides and just on and on and on, it would be so depressing that none of us would ever want to get out of bed. So we have to have a little humor with it, right? But let's learn something as we go. And I like to show out there that a 45-year-old man who I consider is kind of cool. I mean, let's just be for real. And that I can do videos and I can come on here and I can keep up with the kids, okay? The kids can't keep up with me, but baby, I can keep up with the kids all day long. And know that you can do whatever you want to do with your life. When I got sober, I sat in a 12-step meeting when I got sober, first month, right? And I will never forget. I sat there and I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit. These people don't know me. They don't know what a hard ass I was. I was smoking crack cocaine and I was eating pills and I could drink anybody under the table. I was drinking 2 fifths of Jack Daniels a day and I partied. They don't fucking know me. And I sat there and I was so bitter about it, right? And I made this deal with myself. And this was the deal that I made. If I do this gig, if I do this, like I really do this, if I stop and I get serenity in my life, and I take the steps so that I don't ever have to use again, I'm gonna have a cool ass life. That's what I promised myself. I'm gonna fill my life with traveling and having experiences and meeting some of the coolest ass people in the entire world, right? And I'm gonna put something out there, and I'm gonna do some things that are important, and I'm gonna affect people's lives for the positive, and I'm gonna write books, and I'm gonna act, and I'm gonna do all these kinds of things. I'm gonna sing songs and videos, I'm gonna flip fans, I'm gonna be whoever I wanna be. And I hope at 45, I hope that you make it. For those of you out there that are young and you're using drugs, I hope you make it to 45 so that you too can sit in a video and flip a fan and be foolish just like me. Because it's all I ever wished for, and it's all I want for somebody else, is to make it to that point that life is so amazing to you, that your life is so precious, that you're not willing to get onto the train wreck. And Tana, please, please, after 15 videos that I've now made, think about your gig, girl. Think about it. Think about what you're putting out there into the world. Because one of these days, you're gonna get a comment or a Twitter message or something from a parent that said, my child looked up to you and they overdosed and died last night. Thank you, Tana. And I think we need to really think about what we're putting out there in the world and what we're doing. And I don't put that on your shoulders. I don't hold you responsible for that. Don't nobody make somebody else use, okay? If somebody wants to use, they're gonna use. If somebody wants to use drugs, they're gonna use drugs. If somebody wants to drink, they're gonna drink. And Tana Mongeau is not responsible for that. But a lot of times, younger people and even older people like me like to emulate people that we admire. We have to think about the message that we're sending out there to the world. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.